wanted to share something with you that I am personally working through at the moment, but also writing about for February. So something something that comes up to me quite a lot is actually I really struggle to show my face on camera, on lives like this, on Instagram, on Reels, etc. Which is why, well, one reason why I love writing so much, because I can communicate without having to show my face. But this is something that I've spent a lot of time in therapy working through, because it goes back to, very young years, and a lot of our issues with the way that we look, whether it's our face, our bodies, and then kind of ultimately food, comes from just things that we've absorbed over the years, whether or not someone's directly said, I think you're ugly, or I think you're fat. It's just something that we have perhaps taken on board as, I should look like this and I don't think I do, so therefore I don't like how I look. And anyway, it's more complex than just that. But the article that I'm kind of writing at the moment is about how our body image can impact our libido and our sex life. Whether or not we feel comfortable allowing other people to see our body, whether we feel comfortable seeing our own body, if that impacts how we show up in intimacy. Particularly in midlife, where there are, physical changes, emotional changes, psychological changes, even structural changes to pelvic floor, and whether or not, pleasure and orgasm can actually come from intimate moments with our partner, or if we're stuck in our head thinking about our body, how our body looks to somebody else. All of these things can play a part. And so, yeah, I am practicing what I preach by showing up with my face right here, even though it makes me really, really uncomfortable, because I know that deep down, my face doesn't really matter when it comes to what you're listening to, what you're learning, what you want to ask, what you're wondering about. And I kind of have to get over myself by practicing again, and just showing up until I don't really even care. Clearly, my hair doesn't particularly care today, so that's a good thing. See, I'm already criticizing myself in front of you, which is crazy. So yeah, if you have questions specifically around body image in midlife, midlife and food, how they kind of all play together, then go ahead and drop them into the chat in the next week or so, as I'm putting my thoughts together. I'm putting some ideas together for how I will support you in not only understanding, but unlearning some of these things and kind of unlocking the changes that you want to see. Do you know what? I even posted yesterday, one of my articles was a video post, which made me so uncomfortable, because it's like, I could just take the transcript and turn this into a written article and then don't even have to see my face or hear my voice. But the thing is, I do my very best not to review them. So any mistakes, it just goes up as is. I'm not watching my face. I'm not pulling myself apart. I'm just creating conversation and putting it up there. Whereas like a written article, I might go back through a bit more and think like, I should have maybe written it like this, or maybe I could have talked about this a bit more. When it comes to videos or photos, it's just put it up, be done with it. So if you enjoy video, there is a video post up there from yesterday. You can go back and explore. You can leave me a comment. You can share it if you found it helpful. You can ask questions if it sparks a question that maybe I've not covered, or it makes you think of something else. But on that, this evening, I have the workshop running, which is why you can't stop thinking about food, and importantly, what to do about it. So we have an hour together going through a little bit of understanding so that we can develop compassion, self-compassion, which allows forgiveness and creates room for change. Without that, we get stuck in a very judgmental mindset, and that can lead to criticism and all or nothing thinking and actually keep us stuck. So we have a little section there. I'm going to unlearn some of these thought patterns, and I'm going to give you a tool that you can learn with me live and take away right away to help you start improving your relationship with food. Literally at 8:05 this evening, you can do that. So if you'd like to join, it is completely free. I'll put the link just below. It's 7 p.m. UK time. And if you can't make it, then tune in for February and we will go for round 2. So that is it for today. Thank you so much. And I will try to not knock my camera over, as my kitten is right behind it. There we go. See you tonight.